Have you ever taken a magnesium pill, believing you were doing something good for your heart, only to feel your body reacting a few days later? That sudden fatigue, the fluttering heartbeat, the dizziness, you tell yourself it's just age catching up. But deep down, your body is crying for help. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? The very supplement you trusted to protect your health could silently be draining your strength day after day, especially after 60, when your kidneys, heart, and blood vessels can no longer tolerate even the smallest mistake. The scariest part, the warnings often seem so ordinary. One night you can't sleep. One morning you stand up and feel lightheaded. Your hands tremble. Your legs feel weak. And then your doctor says, everything looks normal. But inside, your cells are starving, desperate for magnesium to keep your heart beating, your brain clear, and your energy alive. You take your supplements faithfully, yet your body refuses to absorb them. The more you try, the more exhausted you feel, the worse you sleep, the heavier your chest becomes, and no one tells you why. In this video, you'll discover the 4 warning signs you must never ignore before taking magnesium, and 2 powerful secrets to help you restore your energy safely so you can protect your heart, reclaim deep, restful sleep, and feel alive again. And you won't just understand magnesium, you'll learn how to make your body listen again, so every breath and every heartbeat feels full of life. Before we begin, tell me where you're watching from and what worries you most about your heart or your energy lately. Leave a comment below. Share your pain or symptom. I'll read every single one because your health deserves to be heard. Have you ever wondered why? Even though you take magnesium every single day, your body still feels tired, dizzy, or even heavier than before. What if the problem isn't in the pill but inside your own body, quietly rejecting magnesium? Most people believe magnesium is harmless. It's just a mineral, they say. But after 60, that tiny tablet can turn into a silent threat, especially when your kidneys are no longer as strong as they used to be. Your kidneys are like your body's natural filters. When they weaken, magnesium isn't properly eliminated. It lingers, it builds up, and slowly, it begins to poison the very organs you're trying to protect. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old woman. She read that magnesium helps reduce cramps and improve sleep, so she started taking it every night. But her kidneys, already weakened by years of mild diabetes, couldn't clear the excess magnesium. Within just a week, she felt nauseous. Her legs grew weak, and her heartbeat became erratic. When her daughter rushed her to the hospital, the doctor said, "Your magnesium level is 5 times higher than normal." It took 3 days of IV flushing before her heartbeat finally steadied again. Margaret was lucky. Not everyone is. After age 60, kidney function naturally declines by about 20 to 30%. That means even normal doses of magnesium can linger in your bloodstream for too long. Over time, it can cause muscle weakness, low blood pressure, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, even cardiac arrest. The scariest part, the early signs seem harmless: fatigue, loss of appetite, swelling in your legs, restless sleep. Most people mistake these for just aging, but it's not age. It's your kidneys quietly crying for help. If you've ever been diagnosed with kidney problems, dehydration, or low filtration rate, never take magnesium without consulting your doctor. Ask for a creatinine or eGFR test to know how well your kidneys are filtering. If your doctor approves, choose magnesium glycinate or magnesium malate gentler, more absorbable forms. Stay under 200 milligrams per day and drink plenty of water to help your kidneys flush out excess minerals. And remember Taking more doesn't make you healthier. It only makes your kidneys work harder. So if you've been feeling drained, even though you're trying your best, it's not your imagination. It's your body whispering, asking you to slow down, to listen, and to start caring for it again. Because when your kidneys are strong, your whole body feels lighter. Your energy returns and magnesium finally becomes your ally, not your enemy. But if your kidneys are fine, yet your heart still races and dizziness follows every pill, the next mistake is even more dangerous because this time, it's your heart that's at risk. If you're still watching this video and finding the information helpful, leave a comment with the word MAG below so I know you're here with me. I read every single comment because your story might be the one that helps someone else realize what they need to change. Have you ever stood up in the morning and for a brief moment, the whole room spun? Your vision blurred, your heart raced, and your knees felt weak. Most people brush it off as just aging. But what if that dizzy spell was actually your heart's warning that the magnesium you take every day is silently pushing your blood pressure too low? Magnesium is often called the relaxation mineral. It helps your blood vessels open, relieves tension, and makes blood flow more easily. But here's the paradox. If your blood pressure is already low, that same relaxing effect can go too far. The very thing you believe is protecting your heart can instead slow it down, weaken it, and throw it off balance. Robert, 69, retired, living just outside Toronto. His doctor once said, "Your blood pressure is a bit low, but it's fine." A week after he started taking magnesium for leg cramps, he stood up from his chair and the world went dark for a moment. His wife said he barely caught the counter before collapsing. At the hospital, his blood pressure was 85/55, dangerously low. When the doctor asked what had changed, and Robert mentioned magnesium, the doctor just paused and said, "Stop it immediately." 2 days later, the dizziness disappeared. Most people don't realize how powerful magnesium truly is. It directly affects your heart rhythm and the flexibility of your arteries. When someone with low blood pressure takes magnesium, the heart can slow down, weaken, and lose efficiency. That's why many older adults who take magnesium feel drained, dizzy, cold in their hands and feet, or even faint without realizing the cause. After 60, your blood pressure sensors lose sensitivity. When you stand up too quickly, your body reacts more slowly. Combine that with magnesium's relaxing effect, and a sudden drop in blood pressure can easily happen. You may not pass out completely, but your brain still gets less oxygen for a few seconds. Over time, these small episodes add up, raising your risk of falls, confusion, and even heart failure. If you ever feel lightheaded after taking supplements, sit down immediately, breathe slowly, and check your pulse. If your blood pressure usually runs below 160 mmHg, talk to your doctor before continuing with magnesium. Start with small doses, 100 to 150 milligrams per day, and always take it after meals. And here's a simple habit every morning before standing up. Drink a full glass of water and stretch your legs for a few seconds to let your body adjust. If you're watching and thinking, "That sounds just like me," comment below, tell me where you're from, and share your story. Do you often feel dizzy or tired after taking supplements? I'll read every comment because your experience might help someone else understand theirs. But if your blood pressure is perfectly fine and your heart still races or skips a beat after taking magnesium, then the problem isn't in your blood pressure anymore. It's hidden deep within your heart's rhythm itself. And that's what we'll uncover next. Have you ever felt your heart suddenly skip a beat, flutter, or pound so hard that you had to stop and take a deep breath? Many people think it's just stress or fatigue. But what if the real reason lies in the very magnesium supplement you take every day? Magnesium directly affects the heart's electrical system, the network that controls every single beat, every breath, every second of your life. When you take magnesium while your heart is already weak, or while using medications that regulate your heartbeat, your body can fall into what doctors call a signal conflict. Your heart receives two orders at once, one from the medicine, one from the magnesium. And when those messages clash, your heartbeat can become irregular, slow down dangerously, or even pause for a moment. Frank, 75, had a naturally slow heart rate about 55 beats per minute. He'd heard that magnesium helps with sleep, so he started taking it every night. A week later, he felt weak, short of breath, and sluggish. When he went to his doctor, his heart rate had dropped to just 42 beats per minute. The cause? Magnesium had slowed his already weak heart to a dangerous level. After stopping supplementation, his pulse slowly returned to normal. The truth is, anyone with heart disease or taking medications like digoxin or beta blockers is at even greater risk. Magnesium can interfere with how these drugs are absorbed and processed, making them unpredictable and harder to control. That's why if you're on heart medication, or you've ever been diagnosed with a slow heart rate, you must be extremely cautious with magnesium. If you often feel your heart flutter, skip, or pound irregularly, don't just assume it's anxiety or lack of sleep. Check whether you're taking magnesium at the same time as your heart medication. The safest approach is to use magnesium only under a doctor's supervision and never at the same time as your heart meds. If permitted, choose magnesium malate or magnesium glycinate, as they're gentler and less likely to disrupt your heartbeat. And remember, if a supplement makes you feel weaker, heavier, or more tired, stop. Your body always knows when something is wrong. The key is whether you listen. When your heart beats steadily, your blood flows freely, your mind is clear, and your body feels warm and calm. That's when magnesium truly becomes your ally, not the force pulling you closer to danger. But if you don't take heart medicine, follow the right dosage, and still feel tired, restless, or irritable, the problem may lie in something you've never thought about. The wrong combination of vitamins and minerals taken on the same day. And that's the next mistake you must understand before your body begins rejecting even the things you thought were good for you. Have you ever felt that the more supplements you take, the more your body seems to fall out of balance? Morning starts with a magnesium pill. At lunch you add vitamin D. And in the evening, calcium. You believe you're taking good care of your health. But in reality, that well-intentioned routine might be creating silent chaos inside your body. The problem lies in the wrong combinations. Some nutrients don't work together. They compete, cancel each other out, or even cause hidden chemical reactions that slowly harm your system. Magnesium, vitamin D3, and calcium, the trio most seniors trust, can become a dangerous mix when taken at the wrong time or in the wrong amounts. Think of your body like a symphony. Magnesium relaxes the muscles. Calcium contracts them. When they go out of rhythm, your heart becomes the instrument that plays offbeat, leading to palpitations, cramps, insomnia, or even irregular heartbeat. A study from Harvard University found that taking high doses of calcium without enough magnesium can cause calcium to deposit in the wrong places in your arteries, kidneys, or joints, raising the risk of atherosclerosis and kidney stones. And the opposite is also true when you take too much magnesium alongside vitamin D3. Magnesium gets depleted because it's used up in the process of activating vitamin D, leaving your body's electrolytes out of balance. Unfortunately, many older adults take all three together in the same meal, even at the same hour. After a few weeks, they start feeling more tired, restless. Their heart races, or their hands and feet tingle without realizing why. If you're taking all three magnesium, vitamin D3, and calcium, remember this simple guide. Take vitamin D3 in the morning, after a light meal that includes healthy fat. Take calcium at noon or in the afternoon, after your main meal. Take magnesium in the evening, 1 to 2 hours before bed. Spacing them out lets each nutrient work on its own, supporting the body instead of fighting for absorption. And never assume more is better. After 60, your absorption slows down, and higher doses only strain your liver and kidneys. Think of each supplement as a puzzle piece placed correctly. It builds health. Misplaced, it cracks the whole system. If you've been feeling more tired even though you take your vitamins faithfully every day, don't rush to blame age. Take a closer look. You might be overloading your body with too much of a good thing. When your nutrients are taken in the right order, your body responds differently, lighter, calmer, with deeper sleep and steadier energy. But if you've fixed your supplement schedule and still feel bloated, sluggish, or struggle with digestion, the real culprit may not be in your pills. It may be hiding in your daily meals. It's the next mistake millions of people over 60 make, one that slowly destroys your body's natural ability to absorb magnesium. And that's what we'll uncover next. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, leave a comment with the word MAG below so I know you're still here with me. I read every single comment because sometimes your story might be the key that helps someone else understand their own body better. Have you noticed that as you get older, you feel more tired, more stressed, and your sleep keeps getting shorter? It sounds normal, doesn't it? But the truth is, stress is silently draining the magnesium from your body. And when your magnesium runs low, you become even more stressed. It's a vicious cycle, one that leaves you restless, exhausted, and more irritable than ever before. Stress activates your sympathetic nervous system, what doctors call the fight or flight mode. When that happens, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline to help you react. But in the process, your kidneys flush magnesium out through your urine. So every time you worry, get upset, or feel anxious, you lose a little more magnesium. And when your magnesium drops too low, your nervous system becomes overly sensitive. Even the smallest thing can make your heart race, your sleep shallow, and your mind stay on high alert. Linda, 67, used to say she'd wake up at the sound of a car passing by. She tried every kind of sleeping pill, but nothing worked for long. After testing, her doctor told her that her magnesium levels were below the safe minimum. She began taking magnesium glycinate in the evening and started walking for 15 minutes before bed. 2 weeks later, she could finally sleep for 6 uninterrupted hours. That shows one important truth. Magnesium isn't just a mineral for your muscles, it's food for your peace of mind. It calms your nervous system, slows your heart rate, and soothes stress hormones. But the key is knowing how to help your body absorb it properly. Don't take magnesium when you're stressed or on an empty stomach. Your digestion won't cooperate, and absorption will be poor. Instead, take it in the evening after a light meal, when your body is relaxed. Pair it with a warm glass of water and a few deep breaths, not just as a supplement routine, but as a signal to your body that it's time to rest. If you've been feeling irritable, restless, or waking up at night with your heart pounding, it may be your body's way of saying it's thirsty for magnesium. Don't ignore it, because once magnesium is restored, you'll feel the difference: a calmer mind, deeper sleep, and mornings that feel lighter, brighter, and full of energy again. But if you've already been taking magnesium, sleeping better, and yet still feel weak, have muscle cramps, or nighttime spasms, then the real cause might be your body's declining ability to absorb magnesium naturally after 60, when your stomach and intestines start to lose their strength. And that's exactly what you need to understand next before your body completely loses its ability to absorb this vital mineral. Do you remember the last time you truly felt healthy? Waking up without pain, without cramps, without fatigue, just deep breaths, soft light through the window, and a body full of energy. Many believe that feeling disappears after showers, but the truth is, your body can come alive again if you restore its natural ability to absorb magnesium. After 60, your digestive system weakens. Your stomach produces less acid, your intestines absorb less, and magnesium slips away like water through sand. You may eat well, take supplements faithfully, and still remain deficient. Magnesium fuels more than 300 reactions in the body, from energy production and blood sugar balance to steady heartbeat and clear memory. But if your gut isn't strong enough to absorb it, every pill you take is wasted. So start where it truly matters, by healing your digestion, the gateway for magnesium to return. Replenish it naturally through dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, broccoli, nuts and seeds like almonds, pumpkin seeds, and cashews, lentils, black beans, and whole grains. And never forget, water dehydration means magnesium loss. Each morning, drink a warm glass of water with a few drops of lemon. The natural acidity wakes your stomach and improves absorption. If you take antacids regularly, talk to your doctor. They may be quietly blocking magnesium from entering your body. Magnesium isn't a miracle, but it's the key that unlocks vitality you thought you'd lost. When your body has enough, your heart beats more steadily, your sleep deepens, your mind clears, and every step feels lighter. If you're still watching, perhaps something inside you is awakening too. Because true health doesn't come from a pill. It comes from how you care for and listen to your body every single day. So tell me in the comments, where will you start today? Will it be your meals, your water, or your supplement routine? Your story might just become the hope someone else needs to bring their own life back to strength and light. In the end, you've probably realized that magnesium isn't just a mineral. It's the quiet life source that fuels every heartbeat, every breath, and every peaceful night of sleep as we age. Your body hasn't grown weak because of time. It's simply been waiting for you to listen again. And today, you did. You took the time to understand, to care, and to reconnect with yourself. If this video gave you something valuable, a new awareness, a moment of hope, or simply a reminder that it's never too late, don't let it fade away. Start now. Eat a little cleaner, drink more water, sleep a little deeper, and most of all, love your body a little more each day. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There are thousands of people just like you, working every day to live stronger, calmer, and happier. So if this video touched you, please hit the like button to help this message reach more people who need it. And don't forget to subscribe. I've got more science-based, heart-centered videos coming, all made for people over 60 who want to live fully and age gracefully. Leave a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from and what small change you'll start with today. I read every comment because your story might just be the spark of hope someone else needs to keep going. Growing older isn't the end. It's an opportunity to start living again, but this time with more peace, more wisdom, and more love for yourself than ever before.